Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Black. It's time to climb another tower, because this game has a lot of those, apparently. If you're lucky, you might witness a legend, so we got a special cutscene when we get to the top. Yay.
They were very proud of the fact that the camera can turn now, so that's why they like these towers.
Oh man, walking into this tower and seeing the art style of the tower, I'm just suddenly, oh, this is a Wild Arms dungeon. This is a Wild Arms 1 dungeon. This is totally Wild Arms. And then I remember that Pokemon doesn't do the interesting dungeon shit that Wild Arms does, and I'm sad.
I do like that guy there, Mindfu. I know that this is a random encounter Ryan probably meant to edit out and forgot. But, like, there's a lot of underrated Gen 5 Pokemon that I hope they bring back in other games, because this is something I like, and I understand why people don't like about Gen 5. They're introducing new Pokemon all the way until the very end of the game. So there's lots and lots of points where you can change your team. The thing about that is that at the very least, how I used to play Pokemon a lot is that once I get a team set, I'm hesitant to change it. So it's just like, oh, I've already got a team of 6. There's all these new Pokemon here. I don't want to change my team, though, because that means getting a new guy, and I'm already attached to these old guys.
So I know this is kind of a loaded question, but I guess while on that tangent, top 3 from Gen 5?
Oh, that's hard. Dude.
Top 5.
Oh, we'll be here forever.
I don't. I have the opposite problem where I don't remember Gen 5's entire roster well enough, and most of my favorites are from other generations anyway.
So that's why I keep it strictly to Gen 5. Otherwise, we would truly be here forever.
Crocodile, Braviary, Solosis, Chandelure.
Chandelure's a very good one. I agree with that
Samurott. I mean, this is one of my favorite dexes in the franchise period. So my answer probably changes depending on what mood I'm feeling, but those are probably my top 5 if I had to pick.
What I'm trying to say though is that off the top of my head, I don't know enough about the Gen 5 roster to even start listing out anything.
Well, this is one of the games you played not as much, right? If I remember correctly.
Right, I play it for the story, and then when I'm playing Pokemon for Pokemon, I actually end up just playing. I would if I'm playing Pokemon for the Pokemon roster, I might play Sword and Shield before this.
Only 3 Pokemon matter for me, and that's the garbage bag, the fucking what the hell is the actual no, I was gonna legit say Aphrodite. That's not what it's called. Bouffalant.
Oh, I love Bouffalant. Oh man,
Bouffalant and Stunfisk.
Oh, Stunfisk is a precious baby. I can't wait for 5 gens from now when they eventually give him his evolution so that he gets Dun Sparsified.
And what happens? They just get flatter on the floor.
You know what? So. I saw Stunfisk being memed on so hard over the years back when it was new-ish that I made a silent promise to myself never to actually use the Pokemon.
I mean, it's bad.
Wow.
It's not a good Pokemon, so you're...
Hey, Stunfisk has heart.
No, listen. We love Stunfisk, but it is the statistically correct choice to not put him on your Pokemon team.
I had him in my team for my... again, this is a single player sort of thing we're talking about
and
last time.
That's the beauty of Pokemon, is that you can beat the game using almost anything. If you try hard enough, it doesn't really matter. So if you just like a Pokemon because he's a weirdo, you can do that, but
not using a Pokemon because it was memed on by other people is a weak sauce reason not to use a Pokemon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Use whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck.
Ryan, what's your favorite Gen 5 Pokemon?
You're not getting out of this one, buddy.
Victini is one of my favorites. I do like Cinccino a lot because it's underrated, in my opinion. But
it's just I
Come on, let Ryan finish.
And top 3, Chandelure.
Chandelure, yeah, Chandelure kicks ass.
You gonna dunk on my personal choices and not give me a chance to explain myself? Fine, I see how it is.
I'm dunking on your personal reasons for not picking them on, not personal choices.
Well, it's I didn't explain the entire reason though. It's just when I assemble a Pokemon team, I like it to express something about either me or the character that I'm playing. A lot of the times it's the character.
For sure.
But if the damn Pokemon is nothing but a meme, what is it expressing about anything?
That your
Well,
character
who decides
is a
what
meme
makes
lord.
it a meme?
The internet. I
But why should you care?
because then I can't think of anything but the meme when I look at it, and it's just like, what does this say about me? What does this say about the character that I'm playing? And my mind is a blank, because all I think of is the stupid social media posts, and it's just taking over my entire perception of the Pokemon. And I can't think of a reason to have it on my team. Whereas, like, when I play Scarlet and Violet, I played Gardevoir. I played, what's her name, Amy Rose. I forget the actual Pokemon's name because I nicknamed it Amy Rose immediately. It's the pink one with the hammer.
No, Tinka-Tink.
And the plant girl and everything. And my character was this fabulous student at the purple school, because it was Violet version. She wore these stylish glasses, had like a stylish hat, boots. Her uniform was all neat. And she was basically the fabulous trainer. So when her entire team was glamorous and fabulous and sophisticated looking.
Listen,
And
I think you're not trying hard enough if you can't roleplay a character who's an edgy meme lord. Like that sounds like if you want a challenge video, you can do the Stunfisk, Dunsparce, Delibird. You could definitely make the meme team.
Look, I could do that. But how do you outdo Futaba Sakura? You don't. Futaba exists, therefore there is no point in doing that.
Futaba doesn't actually exist in Pokemon, though.
But then I would just be playing as a weak sauce Pokemon Futaba, and it just, like, why would I do that? Why?
Listen, don't let your memes be dreams. Make your memes into reality.
But like, yeah, it's not just pure spite toward memes. Like when something becomes a funny meme, it kind of undermines my ability to identify something with anything but the meme. I'm just like, okay, deal with it. Gator's here to tell us to deal with it.
Listen, I love the Crocodile line is one of my favorite. I think it's supposed to actually be like Crocodile, like, oh, he's a crook because they're shady. But I've been calling it Crocodile I've been calling it Crocodile since 2011, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, the Kremlings there, ground dark is like a kind of unique combination that hadn't been done before. Like, they're a little like not synergistic, but it's also just a kick-ass Pokemon, and its stats are good, so I like it. Fuck you.
Alright.
John, you said did you actually use Garbodor when you were...
Oh, it's not a matter of whether actually I use the Pokemon as well. I just like them.
Okay. I mean, I like them too.
Of course I'm gonna say, yeah, like the fucking trash bag. It's a goddamn trash bag.
What if you got a shiny trash bag? Can't have dirty garbage.
That was the Pokemon people were saying that this is the reason why Gen 5's roster's bad. It was like that and the ice creams.
And the ice cream cone, yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I have to ask, how many people... Oh, you missed an item. Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm going back for it.
Pass Ryan can't hear you.
Okay, so how many people do you think saw the garbage bag Pokemon and just nicknamed it your waifu?
No, that's definitely been done.
Don't project your feelings onto the garbage bag, Lewis.
It's definitely been done. They knew what they were doing, too, because the, like, hot secretary character in Sword and Shield's, like, ace Pokemon is a Garbodor. And then, and then they give it the Gigantamax version where it's an entire landfill. So, like, they absolutely knew, like, what kind of garbage, pun intended, was going on with that. This is kind of an interesting point in the game because we're 7 gyms in, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And like they're trying to build up to the climax of, oh, you're about to catch the legendary Pokemon. And slight spoilers for 10 minutes into the future, N beats you up the tower and catches it first, which is kind of a subversion to how many of these things often go. Which I just think is kind of neat in that they're definitely willing to play with their own tropes in this game. it's one of the elements of the story that I wish they kind of did more, where you don't have to fully deconstruct the idea of Pokemon, because I feel like as our, philosophy 202 class at the very beginning of the playthrough showed, it doesn't really work if you're not able to commit fully to it. But I think they could have done a little bit more to try to be subversive of some of this stuff, because they do try to do a lot of different things for that, but they don't go all the way.
Oh, is that a class at the Citrus Academy?
Philosophy 202, aka that shit we said in the beginning of the playthrough. Yeah, probably. It's about as substantial
the
as the class.
stands for citrus.
The classes in Gen 9 are like...
I didn't do any of them. I was outside the entire game.
You skipped class? Wow, it
Yes.
is a real approximation of school.
I like the idea of doing the classes. They kind of mishandled them, though. For one, the actual content within the classes is kind of insubstantial, but for another, you just get a bunch of them lumped onto your lumped all together onto availability when you hit certain milestones. So there's a period of time where if you're doing all the classes, you're probably just going to do them all at once because you're there. Why not? So you spend an hour doing these classes just so that you can unlock the relationship stuff with the teachers. And, like, they're fine classes if you just do them one at a time across your playthrough, but if you do them all at once, it's boring.
I just found that they weren't super substantial. Like, Pokemon, again, has an NPC problem where they're just not super developed. Like, and they try, but it's just like, it's not that interesting that the chef character wants to eat a peanut butter sandwich. It's like, why does everybody judge this man for wanting to eat a peanut butter sandwich? It's like, dude, let the guy eat whatever lunch he wants.
You know what's funny? The most developed character in the entire goddamn school, apart from the artist dragon trainer who's part of the Elite Four, the most developed one is the fucking nurse.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the nurse I remember the nurse's character arc. Him and the principal too. Like they did try with the principal.
I remember the PE teacher was like this cool looking karate trainer, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see how they develop this character. She just says ocelot. It's a thing in karate, don't you know? And that's like her entire character trait, is that she's hyperactive and she says that a lot, and she's constantly in a battle pose.
I feel like Pokemon just doesn't focus on these things, because like the characters that they focus on and give plenty of time for development, they do great.
Oh yeah.
Like, I like all three of the friends in that game.
Yeah.
They're all given plenty of time to be developed and have interesting storylines. Nimona, not so much. She really just kind of wants to like fist fight you pretty much. But like the other two definitely have developed plot lines.
I would say that Nimona is a more interesting character than she appears to be on her face, because she's the enthusiastic Pokemon professional in a country where the really hardcore Pokemon trainers don't really exist all that much because their Pokemon League is laid back, like I previously mentioned.
Fancy cutscene.
Oh, I forgot. This is actually kind of a fun twist in the Black and White 1 series, but you don't catch the cover Pokemon. You catch the other one. N gets the cover Pokemon.
Yeah, they do some stuff with this game that subverts the normal Pokemon expectations, which I think is really cool. It's just, again, since they didn't commit to the whole, our Pokemon, like, treatment of Pokemon thing, it, unfortunately, the impact isn't entirely there, which is unfortunate. But, like, this is why I think I'm half and half on a Pokemon Gen 5 remake. Because I think that if they had, like, fully remade the game and, like, shopped the script a little bit to, kind of run a little bit better and kind of clean up the messy bits, it could be, like, legitimately fantastic. But it would be a Pokemon remake, so I know they're not going to do that. And if it's anything like the Gen 4 remake, I would rather they just not do it. So, we'll see, I guess. Pokemon's 35th anniversary is next year, so...
30th.
30th? I thought it was 30th.
30th anniversary.
30th
yeah.
anniversary. Wow, I'm a fake Pokemon fan. Holy shit.
We kind of got sidetracked from the point I wanted to make about Nimona, though, is that she's the hardcore Pokemon enthusiast surrounded by a bunch of laid-back Pokemon trainers who don't really take Pokemon training as seriously as she does. So she just really wants someone who likes Pokemon battling as much as her and is on her level, and you're like the only person there who has that talent and presumably that interest. So she's
Because it means she has to yell, "Fight me," every time I go to.
I think I maybe spoke poorly when I was talking about her. She has a good character. She just doesn't have much story. Like, her plot isn't... she doesn't have much of a plot the same way that Arden and Penny have a plot.
Like, she like, her main storyline is the gym leader storyline, so she's kind of... Like, her screen time is kind of eclipsed by the gym leaders, who are all characters with outsized personalities to compensate for how little screen time they get. So she kind of seems like she's a bit superfluous to the big loud personalities who rule most of the screen time in that plotline.
But that's part of why I liked her in the, like, as part of the trio, and as part of what we should just do Scarlet and Violet one day so we can talk about it. But at the end of the game, she's a great bounce off to both Penny and Arden, both of which are very, like, confrontational, don't talk to me kind of characters. So her being the only extrovert in the group, like, really brings the whole, like, group together and makes it a great dynamic.
I agree, but we can talk more about it next time.
Arden?
Pokemon Black.
Arden? You mean the guy from Final Fantasy 15?
Arden, the chef boy.
With the buff stiff.
Arden's a chef?
Is that his name? Arden?
I'm trying to say, like, is that his name? Is that really his name? I need to actually look this up before we stop recording. Hang on. Pokemon Scarlet characters. 9 more. Blah, blah, blah. Arven.
Arvin. Oh, okay, Arvin.
Arvin. Okay.
I
so
knew
Again,
that
like
was- I
I've
knew that
already
was wrong.
established this part. I'm a fake Pokemon fan. What can I say?
I'm just like, what? Arden? Man,